Hello students, today we will start our 14th chapter, Email and Security in Internet.
Worms. A worm is an independent program containing harmful software that is usually propagates itself on networked systems connected with the infected system. It has capability to harm the systems it visits via network. The main difference between a virus and a worm is the ability to propagate itself independently. A virus is not an independent program, whereas a worm is an independent utility. However, there are viruses like Melissa, which hybridizes characteristics of viruses and worms. Trapdoors. A trapdoor or backdoor is a way of accessing system or resources of the system using an undocumented way. When system is developed, this way is not mentioned and documented. Generally, this is done by the developer of the system. When some dispute is there between the company and developer, or suppose the developer party wants an illegal access to the system, this way is used to gain privileged access to the system or a progress of the system. Logic bombs. A logic bomb is a program that triggers when some logic conditions are met. Example of some logical conditions are matching particular dates, when there is a lot of amount in a bank account, or when sensible information received in a company's database. When such situations are observed, the logic bomb performs some actions such as stealing important information, changing balance of bank account, and deleting important information from the system. It is easy for developer or a vendor to prepare and embed some logic bombs when the system at the time of development or delivery. Besides these above mentioned techniques, unauthorized access to the system can be made possible through computers, unique IP address scanning, listening to various ports and network resources, redirecting, password cracking, session hijacking, and spoofing the infrastructure such as server, etc. Further, if the objective of possible hacker to the system is not the important resource but to disturb the operation of the system, denial of service attacks are designed. These attacks are used to shut down or make the system inoperable. It is known as denial of service attack, as it is used to deny users access to the system. Many times spam emails are used as carriers of such attack. There are many ways to prevent the resource and systems from the aforementioned attacks. Firewall, antivirus software, and authentication of valid users by different mechanisms such as username and password are some popular measures that take care of security threats and virus attacks. Further, cryptography, encryption of the sensitive information can also be used to handle such attacks, which is discussed in the following section. Cryptography as a security tool. Cryptography is mentioned of secret crypto writing graphy. Cryptography is application of various technique and principle to transform simple message into unintelligible secret message and to retransform the message back to its original form. Cryptography can be used as a tool to provide privacy, to authenticate the identities of communicating parties, and to ensure message integrity. The cryptography terminology is described here with basic cryptography terminology. The original message is generally called plain text. The transformed secret message is called ciphertext. An algorithm for transforming the original message into unintelligible message by some logic is known as cipher. The process of converting plain text to ciphertext is known as enciphering. It is also known as encoding or encryption. The process of converting ciphertext back into plain text is known as deciphering. It is also known as decoding or decryption. Many times sender and receiver share some critical information that must be provided to the cipher or to facilitate encoding and decoding of messages. This critical information is known as key. The key may be public, also known as asymmetric key, or private, symmetric key, or secret key. In absence of such keys, encrypted text can be retrieved but cannot be decoded into meaningful information. Frequently, in absence of keys to the cipher, people study the encrypted text in order to break it and to extract information. The study of principles and methods of transforming an encrypted message back into meaningful information without knowledge of the key is known as cryptanalysis. It is also called code breaking. Both cryptology and cryptanalysis together is known as cryptology. Example: an example of cipher to scramble a message is mentioned. Consider the rules stated. Check the first letter character of message given. If it is valid English alphabet, simply replace each letter with its next letter in standard English alphabet. If it is not a valid English alphabet, leave it as it is. Repeat this procedure for every alphabet in the message. To unscramble this message, we need to follow the same procedure in reverse order. Consider text message is given. My school name is New School. Letter my, my, so blank, school, school, blank. Converted letter. Leave two space, for example M and O. Y, Z, A. Blank is blank. S, T, U. C, D, E. So you have to leave two space. Name blank is blank. New school. In the same way, they have encrypted this message. If we apply the process of encryption mentioned, the encrypted text is OAUEJQQNPCOGKUPGYUEJQQN. Try to decrypt the encrypted text into the original message. Beside encryption, data and other objectives are compressed in order to save memory and bandwidth in case they need to be sent via network. Instead of storing or passing the original set of data, one may store or pass encrypted as well as compressed data. This extra effort saves time to pass data, space required by data, and bandwidth of network. Further, this strategy also secures the content from unauthorized access on the personal computer as well as on the network. On receiving end, this technique saves download time, cost, and improves security. However, it will take little effort for encryption at sender side and decryption at receiver side.